Right then, here is a quick video on how to take a, extra large dahlias, these are called. And basically, what I did, these grow really big and they're huge, but you can have normal sized dahlias, it doesn't matter what size they are. What I did basically was, I broke my plant on accident, so I'm hoping to take a cut-in from it. So what I've done, if you can see from the dirt, hang on. Right, what I've done is I've basically cut the stem, if you can see that, on an angle. Yeah, and then you take off the foliage. Preferably get a cut-in with no flower on it, because then all the work from the plant goes into producing new roots instead of encouraging the flower. So, but I had no choice in this case. So I took a simple cut-in about that long. I stripped the leaves. I kept a pair of leaves at the top and obviously the flower, which I can pull the head off later. And what I did was I got some seed and cut-in compost. But you can use multi-purpose compost, that is fine. I used an organic rooting powder like this. And I got it from my local garden centre. And you just dip the stem into it. You wet the tip of the stem, obviously, and then dip it into rooting powder. Excuse me. And then put it straight into the pot, like I've done there. And within a couple of weeks, you should not notice to see little buds coming up, new ones forming, which will form off the plant, hopefully. Well, this is what I'm hoping will happen. This is my first propagation of these dahlias, and in the situation where there's a flower on it. So I'm hoping that it will take, but we'll see. That is my cutting of a dahlia at the minute. I've got lots more things going on in here at the moment. I got some hollyhocks going on in here. You know, a lot of things. Foxgloves. I've got some bellis. Lavateria. Pink blush. Yeah, all seedlings. And I'm taking some cuttings of some holly there. Again, this is my first time to do this, and I've basically done the same with the holly, but I've cut the stem more straight and I've cut it close to a leaf node. So where you see a little bud thing, if you cut it to there, and then again I've taken off all the leaves off it, so then all the energy of the plant goes into producing new roots, therefore producing new plant, which I'm hoping. So I'll keep you up to date with that. I'm wondering what else you'd like to see at the moment. Oh yeah, my rhododendron cuttings, which I am so pleased of at the moment. Here we go. Here are my rhododendron cuttings. Now, the rhododendron I've got is a self-rooting species, so I'm quite lucky there. Some of them aren't self-rooting, but with these, they're self-rooting. So basically, if you have a plant, you can then, if a branch of that plant touches the ground, the earth, yeah, within 12 to 15 months, that produces a root. You got a whole new plant, you know, but it does take 12 to 15 months. But anyway, in this cutting case, I done the same what I explained with the rooting powder, and I cut it and I stripped it of its leaves, and I placed it in some cutting compost, and it is taken beautifully. I'm so pleased with that. It's absolutely beautiful, and when they flower, they are so stunning. And you get so much enjoyment from them. They create a big bush, like a tree. A bush like a tree. Here are my sunflower seeds. I've got some Irish eyes. I've got, what have I got here? I got some velvet queen. I got some teddy bear. You know, you get all different sunflowers, not just your standard type. You get all different types. Well, that's what I've got growing in here from seed, which took about, well, them seedlings are big at the minute, but they're only a few days old, believe it or not. So I'm quite pleased with them. Right, now I'm going to open my propagator. And let's have a look. I've only got 3 or 4 tubs in here. Let's have a look. 3 tubs in here. Oh, and we have 1. Right, okay, this is lemon balm. And it started to, produce little seedlings now. So what I do with that now, I take it out of my propagator and I place it on a shelf, because otherwise it gets sweaty and then you get all mould and fungi growing on it and what have you. And that's no good. So I got rosemary and lavender growing in there now. That's all I have, because everything else has been done. So I'm going to just close the lid on my propagator. And that. Oh yeah, one last thing to show you for another cut-in. I took as a carnation. And that was nothing the other day. And it's now the bud has opened. These buds are just about to open, which I'm pleased with. And again, I'm wondering if I can disturb it. I'm going to actually pull out a different one. Again, I done the same thing with the rooting powder. I did. There you go. Like just below it, a leaf node, which is basically a joint where my fingers are there. Yeah, if you can cut just below that, that would cause new shoots to grow off it. I'll just place that back in. And that's doing wonderfully. And the smell, on them are just divine. They're lovely. I got a lot of wild strawberry. I got some parsley growing there. And some wild strawberry. And I got some lilies in the background there. And I've also got a tobacco plant growing there, which is called a Sylvestris, which is a Nicotiana. So, hence the name, Nicotiana. Yeah, is basically a tobacco plant. But they're tiny little seedlings at the minute. They're about a week old, I think. But they took about 2-3 weeks to propagate. So this is a leaf cutting I took off a geranium, I think it was. But it's not taken. So that's rotted. So basically, it's no good. So you just pull that out, discard that. Keep the compost for something else. And just discard in the bin. One loss, eh? No drama there. We can always cut something off, something else. Always cut off the parent plant. And when I say parent plant, I mean like, right, say you've got this now, growing here, which I think is a sunflower. My son brought it home from school. And it was about 3 weeks ago and it was about that big. And it's since grown there. But I'm thinking it's a sunflower. But he didn't know what it was. He just brought it home from school, something he'd been growing. So anyway, that's a prized possession of mine. So say that is a plant now. And then you've got one exactly the same growing off it with a flower. Well, this would be the parent plant. The one without the flower is a parent plant. Always take a cutting from the parent plant. Like I explained earlier. If it's got flowers on, it's less likely to take the cutting. So basically, if you was to take a cutting, I don't know how to do the sunflower cuttings yet. I'm learning myself. But when I know, I'm going to pass my information on to you lot and let you know. So that is what I mean by parent plant. These are some melons I got growing here. Well, this is a seed of a seedling melon, which is tiny, as you can see. Another one there. And this is a more advanced one. There you go. And that's just a normal melon. It's not a watermelon. It's like, there you go. If you can see the picture there, it's not too clever, I don't think. But there you go. You got a rough idea. And I'm starting to get little flowers on it. Just here and here. Little yellow flowers, if you can see them there. And I think that's what turns into the melon. But I'm going to keep you up to date on that, surely. Yeah, so there's some more rhododendron, which I've taken. Oh, yes. It's another dahlia here, which I think is taken because it's produced a bud. But I don't know. We'll see on that one. This is some rose cuttings I took. And this is called a Shirley Temple cutting, which never took, which I'm a bit gutted about because I really like that. Beautiful, beautiful plant. I got some gladioli growing here. Oh yes, some more cuttings. Let me show you. These are carnation cuttings I took. They're like a carnation. And they've took beautifully. So yeah, there's the new ones coming off it there. I'm well pleased. And this is a fuchsia. which has worked as well. Same method I showed you earlier. And now I'm going to show you a bit more complicated. Root cuttings. They don't look very pretty to look at now. But see these little flowers, little leaves I have here, these stems? That is a little seedling, that is a little plant basically. There's a few of them growing off my roots, which are there. So by taking a root cutting, which is what you do is, when you have a plant and you take it out the soil, let me see if I can show you one. You take it out the soil, just gently take him out. Right, there you go. See all them veiny roots you have there? You see them? Now you take a few of them off an established plant. This is just a little seedling plant. This is a baby, so you don't want to take it off that. You want to take it off a plant that's a bit more mature and that is flowered. And then you take off a few of them, of the roots here. And what you do is, you place that down. What you do is then, the thickest end, yeah, the thickest end down. So you always put the thickest end into the earth. And I put in a bit of rooting powder, stuck it in. Some of them have to be laid lengthways, but I will show you that on the ones that I'm doing at the next time. But I've got a few in here, which I done a couple of days ago. I don't think this one's taken, but I'm not going to give up yet. But a few of them have. And basically what happens is, the root grows a new plant. There you go. And there we have it. Beautiful. I'm well pleased. That's my first ever root cutting set going on there, which is quite successful. Not 100% successful, but it is successful at the least. So, yeah, I'm going to end the lesson now on the cutting subject for now. And, yeah, be sure to check back soon for some of my other videos. Next time I'm going to show you just some simple gardening things to do with veg. So yeah, keep checking for my next video. Thanks very much. Bye.